Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, team leader and web advisor here at Effect, and I'm going to tell you about the two main things behind the South Bend Clinic redesign. And the first one is what you're seeing here with these three slides on the home page. What is so important is when a website clearly communicates why you should choose, that organization's products or offerings or services or whatever. So many websites don't spell that out as if it's supposed to be just known. But what happens is people have an idea in their head, or they've heard from somebody else, or it's muddy, or they don't really know what's going on here. And having a what we call a unique value proposition clearly articulated really helps turn more visitors into customers, or in this case, patients. So what you're seeing here is a result of a process that we guide our clients through, and it helps put everything on the table. All the reasons why someone might, choose us. Why do we think people should choose us? And we prioritize those things together, and so we work on boiling them down and making them clear so people can understand it, and then making it credible so people can believe it. So each one of these main points here has these prioritized subpoints, and these are basically the reasons to believe, the main point. And so that's very clear and straightforward and doesn't take a lot of reading. Let's compare that quickly to the previous version of their website. So what you have here is very common, where a home page will have lots of different things trying to get your attention, or lots of things that are happening right now. So they have a new doctor. There's kind of these shortcut links into a certain area of the site. But with this, there was a misunderstanding. People didn't really know what my clinic was. It doesn't explain it. You just have to go there and figure it out. And then news. So that's very common, even among some of the best websites out there. So anyway, but nowhere on here do we know, well, why should I choose them? How are they different? And so that's kind of the difference there. So another way that stuff played out is on the service pages. So let's just go and head over to pediatrics or something. So on all of the service pages, we wanted to put together a template for presenting the service in which the presentation reinforced the reasons that people should choose us for this, and break the information down so that it's not a wall of text, but what are the top things people need to know. And so every service page does this. So for pediatrics, these are the top things people care about or want to know or should know. The next thing they want is providers. So they want to know where are the providers, who are the providers, and so you can start viewing the providers for pediatrics here. And then further down we have the details for people that want more details, and so they can get all the information down here. But most of the time, once people see, okay, yep, this is what's going on here, and this is where I can get it, that serves most people. One other quick thing, I'm going to go back to the home page here, is there's kind of this, question or confusion around, well, what all does South Bend Clinic do? And so that was part of the idea behind this, what's called a mega menu, is you see all the services grouped by their headings. And so you get instantly, you get a much better understanding as to, well, what are they all capable of and stuff like this. Also on the home page, we spell this out. Over 30 services and specialties, and then you can expand that out to see all of them, and they're all linked again. So that we wanted to be clear what the scope of offering is at the South Bend Clinic. And you remember the featured doctor? Well, he's down here, and that changes each month, and so they're all down there. And of course we have the news, but it's really in its rightful place, because the most important thing is why. And then you've got people want to come to the site to find certain things, so we're helping them. If there's any confusion as to what we do, we clarify it. And then we got featured doctors, news, other helpful information. We kind of reinforce what we're saying with these quotes from other people. And then, this tool that people like to jump on there and get, along with, of course, just your kind of typical helpful footer down there. Okay, let's move on to the next thing just quick, and this is just making it easier for people to find what they want. That comes into play here with the widgets. Most people want to find a provider, get contact information. Patient Tools widget is kind of a shortcut list of things that people want to find usually when they come to the site, kind of the most common places people go on the site. And these widgets you can find around the website. So they're on all the service pages and so forth. So they always look the same. So it's, you don't really have to relearn, well, what does this thing do and what does that thing do? It's becomes pretty straightforward and helpful to have those around. One other quick thing on that is the Patient Tools mega menu. There's a lot of patient tools, and this grew from its original design here, but this helps a person break down, okay, where do I really need to go? Is it immediate care, urgent care stuff? Am I paying my bill? What is the My Clinic about? Well, it does these things. So if you want something in one of these categories, that's where you need to go. So that's going to be really helpful for people just to, okay, I'm here, I want to find this thing, how do I find it really quickly? Besides that, of course, the site is more modern looking and it works on phones and other devices great, and we've given the South Bend Clinic full control over all the content, so they can just have that in their tool belt and can change it anytime. Thanks for watching.